Coach, thanks. As mentioned, we are on the North Shore of Pittsburgh. It's sold out Heinz Field in the Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Go! 15 line. 15 line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Good job, D.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Ready,
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Snap.
Rudolph looking to throw. It's Hill, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
You must be Jay. Exit.
46 to Mike. 46 to Mike.
Get it.
Now it's Rudolph. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Yes, yes. Shoot.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
Ready, break.
46. 46 to Mike. You don't want none. Pick up the ball.
Let go.
On 2nd and 12, Rudolph. They complete it to Hill. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Jim.
Big grip.
Now they try the right side here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
You can't block me.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Come on, set. 10-2, sir.
Mike, watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
5.
Here's Rudolph off play action. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. A'Shawn Robinson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
But we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for the Browns. 43 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Now he's flushed out left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 11. Landry, the intended target.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And some space here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
Hey, zoom.
Yeah, right over there, right over there. Yeah.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. On 1st down, it's Samuels. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Hammering from the goal line. He loses the football. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Rudolph. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3.
Smith. 46 to Mike. 46 to Mike. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take it.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Ready?
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Ready?
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
Go.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And it's caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. And what they're challenging here is the spot of the ball, and this is probably the hardest challenge to win.
So difficult because the speed of the game, the angles of the cameras, your angle from the sideline watching the play can often fool you into thinking that the ball should be placed in a different spot.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
25.
Trying to get it with Snell. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Out of his end zone, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this is where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously, the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way, you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Tight down. There you go.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
The Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Shit.
Now it's Rudolph off the bootleg. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's second and inches at the Steelers' 10-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Big stop, let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Good job.
Odell Beckham, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Second and 10, Rudolph again. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Got it.
58, Mike. Man out, man out, man out, man out.
Hey, Echo.
58 is a Mike.
Rudolph now to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 50 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
53 is the Mike.
From the red zone now, Rudolph. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
180.
98's the Mike. You gonna get this?
Kings. Hey, wahoo.
A first down throw for Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
To throw, Mayfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And now it's second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. And again, it's Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. A good pickup there at 22.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
180!
Let him know, let him know.
Run.
Let him know, let him know.
Hey, box drop.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
He's checking. Crash.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Mayfield down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw, and that will be incomplete as well. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Play fake. Mayfield. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
.43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return, and the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. 5.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rudolph going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Landry now on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so that's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 52 yards.
First down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Regular.
Mayfield to throw it. Forced out to his left. And his pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, alert!
Here's Mayfield. And he's got it. And he's brought down. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run? I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation, because second down, that gives me that option of running play action, maybe throwing it. On second and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt. They'll give it to him up the middle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. Throwing, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Running to start the drive is Samuels. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
On 2nd and 12, Rudolph. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now it's Rudolph. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 29. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Let's get it.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. From the gun, Mayfield. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Now, bottom line, tremendous starting field position really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they? And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Deltha O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll run again with Hunt. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
In your face.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They run again with Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. So first and second down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Look at this, a tight end carry. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Hurry! Turn up! Kill! Turn up!
On first down, Hunt. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense! Let's go, defense!
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hunt. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Check, 48's the mic. Y'all not ready.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He will push his way down to about the 14. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Here we go. 30 base.
Here we go. Double tight. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down.
Let's go.
And they take a knee.
Rudolph on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
5.
And they will take a knee here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Let's go!
Ready, break.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cleveland, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it'll be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 6-10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.